So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Hakimi, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hakimi, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And the shot's on here. Di Lorenzo gets rid without sophistication. Pedri. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He can run onto that. And he's gone looking for safety. Great ball if he can get there.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Goulet. Hernandez. This guy undoubtedly the centre of attention here for more reasons than just one. This is his 300th game.
Well, Peter, I can't attest to this personally, not having made it to that many appearances myself, but you only need to look around to see not just how much it means to him, but everyone that's here and beyond. This is a huge moment.
Pedri. Mbappe. He's got the shot away! Oh, split-second reaction.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Ajax with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to clear it. And he shoots! Goulet.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Pedri! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Ajax have their second corner now. That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ajax looking to pass their way through. Backward it goes. He's having a hit! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. Great hit! It has another go! Good effort first time.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Kimmich. And the pass is intercepted. There's a sharp little ball here. Van Dijk. That is ended up in no man's land. Rafinha. Now it's Messi. Now it's Rafinha.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's gone forward. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. How would you review the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Coming on to replace
So off we go once more.
Number 7,
Arsenal really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
He's in plenty of space here. Arsenal do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Now it's Kimmich. Mbappe. Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Just the goal. Has a go! Oh, taken with style. The breakthrough arrives at last.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Ajax are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
So we've reached the hour mark. Nice ball, and he's in here. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really...
And Ribéry! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Arsenal certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
That is a great pick out. Messi! Messi! Ribéry. Now it's Ribéry. He's picked his way through. Ribéry stood his ground strongly. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, this is a great position. And they've got rid. Gently done. Always onto this.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Deftly away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Just 5 minutes left. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Hernandez.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mbappe tries a shot! It's a goal! 2 to the good! They have breathing space! A mere formality. And there goes the final whistle. Arsenal were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but that could spell trouble. Saliba calmly anticipates.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Pedri.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Hernandez cuts it out.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now. Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move.
Pedri! They've scored! There is the breakthrough!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Matheus Cunha! Alvarez. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Messi.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just doesn't... He's had a hit! He has done it! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
It's Son Heung-min! And more, and more, and more! Hot knife through butter! They have done it again! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
A case now of complete control.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Swept in. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. He rises! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. And here's Haaland. McAllister. Oh, that's a very decent... Mbappe! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So, a breakthrough already. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And it's Griezmann. That is a... He's had a hit! That's a half-decent try.
Mbappe certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Ruben Neves picks it up from the goal kick. Now it's Ruben Neves. Goulart did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's... Mbappe! This time, surely! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Arsenal really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
They've played it short.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Van Dijk gathers from the goal kick. And here's Mbappe. Matheus Cunha. It's a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Ribéry.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one. He's got the shot away! Oh, taken with style. AC Milan are all square.
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he's intervened well there. Costa Curta.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Ruben Neves. Van der Ven gets over and intercepts. And here's Wilshere.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Haaland. Matheus Cunha. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each.
So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Pitches it off him. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Ribéry. Mbappe. Oh, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Ribéry. Ribéry. Oh, there's a probing ball. Cole receives it in a good position here. And it's Griezmann. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Van der Ven clears. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe! And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back.
Oh, that was a cracking little exchange to set up the finish, and a lovely understanding between both players. I mean, that's clearly tailored on the training ground and delivered beautifully on match day.
Arsenal get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence.
There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Milan showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Wilshere. Ribéry. Nicely weighted ball. He's found the way through. McAllister. Yamal! He should have put that one away.
Lamine Yamal really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
It's their second corner of the game. He's been picked out. Yamal! No mistake! And there's the goal they've been looking for. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Arsenal go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their...
Terrific header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Substitution in progress.
Milan making another change here. McAllister. Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And he's had a hit! Oh, split-second reaction.
Lewandowski really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milan with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. Milan have their second corner now. Van Dijk can get it clear. Hernandez. Now the finish! Oh, that is really good tenacity. So, third corner of the game.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
And the finish!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quality ball. Mbappe. Crossed in again.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Nicely spread.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. There's much frustration as to the lack of it.
Ribery! The whistle has gone, and it is all over. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work.
To all members of the crowd,
Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Arsenal definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. If you're just joining us, we are already... And the header! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Sancho. And no, he's seen through all of that. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I think this guy, Gavi, is someone who really does show his Catalan pedigree, Peter, where the philosophy is to love the ball, to demand the ball, to protect the ball. And he'll always back himself because he's got the courage to do all that and then do his bit for the team. And he will always be a key midfield link. Because
climbs up big! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Adams. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Well, there's the clearance. That's a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Mbappe! Danger averted for now. And now a sudden chance to counter. So it is still 0-0. And no, that was never going to make it. That's headed upfield. He's had a shot! Caught offside that time. Once more, he proves rigid and robust. Half an hour played now. McAllister is always looking to break lines. Played into space out wide. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely aimed pass. Zaire Emery. Ribéry. Keeper's dealt with that.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
Matheus Cunha. And that's not going to reach. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Alexander-Arnold.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Gavi. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's got away. And he's in on goal. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And the first half is done. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal. But it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Reflections on the first half?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Arsenal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going, and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ribery. Hernandez. Arsenal do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Played back in. Van Dijk. Van Dijk, tidy with his distribution. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Nunez powering forward here. Gavi, and he's on his way. Nunez, real chance! It's in! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Cantona will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And the counter is on. Nunez. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Just about up to 75 minutes. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ribery providing an outlet on that flank. Keeper has taken decisive action.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Has a go! Sticks it away! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Great ball if he can get there.
There will be 3 minutes added
Rudiger,
time.
always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now it's Ribery. He is through here! And the referee brings it to a close. Arsenal perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to
What are
inform
your thoughts
you
on
that...
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. The action has already started. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. The ball is loose and the chase is on. He gets big! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
He does stand out, Jim. A great chance! Costa Curta is there to clear. Now it's McAllister, just eases him off the ball, and he was quick to react. Hernandez. Now it's McAllister. Rice gets rid without sophistication. Rice. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
A searching ball that into space. Oh, that's a key interception. No goals as yet. Mbappe. Rice.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Darwin. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Rice. And here's Ribéry. He's having a go! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, at least that improves their tally when it comes to shots on goal, but they have to start doing a lot better.
Adams cuts out the pass. Played out to the left flank. Looking for the run. Mbappe!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now the hit! Good hit, kept the keeper honest.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's been taken short. That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. He's got away. Messi. In with a header! He's scored!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
What a great header, got plenty on that.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
And he's there to belt it away. And we hit half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution in progress.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Back into the middle. Nunez! Goal! And this is getting better and better. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Belts one. Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Adams gets across to intercept that.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Alexander-Arnold. Alisson is there to take. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Mbappe, Bellingham, Mbappe! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, he's bustling through, hits one! Now, who's going to be first to this? Alisson herring after the ball here. And that has been clubbed away. Bellingham. Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. Messi, he's picked his way through. Goes in for the header! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. Mbappe coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
He's in plenty of space here. Alexander-Arnold is there, and he can get that clear. Hernandez calmly anticipates. Hernandez, good strong midfield running here. Is there any support? He might not need it. That looks a cracking ball. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
2 added minutes
Now
has
it's
been
Matheus
indicated.
Cunha. Dixon. Played into space out wide. Oh, nicely intercepted. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello, everybody,
Without a doubt,
and
it is the
welcome
week's
to
most
today's match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Bergkamp. Well, this guy, Rafael van der Vaart, is someone who sometimes appears a bit of a street footballer, Jim.
Yeah, you can definitely...
Now the finish! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So, a breakthrough already. That is good alertness. Bergkamp. White. Oh, important interception. McAllister.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty...
Mbappe. Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Arsenal grab the equaliser. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now it's Ribery. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Done delicately. Matches Cunha! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And the header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Out to the left it goes. Ribery doing full tilt down the left. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, super ball! Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Shapes the shoot! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And they get themselves in front! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully. Decent hit!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Yamal. And the ball's a good one here. Now he's had a shot! They've done it! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective.
Mbappe. Can he finish? That's really well cleared. Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Well, it has been a pretty crazy game so far. A game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. And the game has already resumed here. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. White spots it and intercepts. And he's straight offside. Stones. Van der Vaart. Bergkamp. Well, played right into his path. Tries a shot! He's scored!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Bayer Leverkusen go into the lead. It's their second corner of the game. Ribéry plays it short. Can he put it away? He's got a goal! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
McAllister, Yamal, and it's Stones. Lobbed in behind. Oh, played through for the wide man. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Bergkamp. Now this could be a chance. Nice interception, well timed. In for the pieces! That's going to go a long way. It'll be a throw-in. Can he get away here? And he can clear it away.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Bayer Leverkusen take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find it necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
And here's Mbappe. Van der Vaart. And it's Bergkamp. And he's picked out the run. Goalkeeper's ball. 5 minutes to add. And that will be it. Arsenal perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more.